Before I start, one, I made an absolute hash of what you're about to do. So in that respect, I'm probably a failure coach and not a success coach. And the second one is, this is massively out of my comfort zone as well. You've all took the decision to move out your comfort zones. Me standing here is massively out of mine because these folks are highly qualified PTs, nutritionists, physiotherapy degrees, working towards masters in physiotherapy, things like that. I'm not, I'm a pen pusher at Sellafield. So, but what I want to do say is the fact that I've been asked to stand here and speak to you is without doubt the biggest achievement of my life. That's not tearing up. No. But it is without doubt the biggest achievement of my life because I'll just move through and I'll tell you about, well, my journey here at Extreme and where I've come from. So I joined Extreme in January 2022. I just had my third spell in hospital, sky high cholesterol, blood pressure dangerously high, and it was because of poor life decisions I was making. Basically, drinking too much, eating crap, no exercise, nothing. And then so I came January 2022, worked here for 10 months, come in. I was doing, as the lads touched on earlier on, I was doing 20 different sets, coming in doing 20 different sets for 3 hours. And I went on treadmill going, oh, yeah, I've just smashed the gym, mate. I hadn't, because at the end of the 10 months I looked, I hadn't progressed any weights whatsoever. I was doing the same exercises that I'd done in January. I hadn't moved on any farther. I wasn't eating properly, and basically I felt good, and I'd lost just under a stone in 10 months, which I thought, spot on. I was just under 15 stone when I joined, which I know it's not a lot when you're 6'2", but when you're 5'2", it's a lot. So what then was, I'd met people knocking about, and I thought, I want to get involved a bit more, because there's quite a good community here, you'll see as the weeks go on. Well, it's excellent, actually. So I joined Lean in October 2022, and over the course of them 6 weeks, I lost a pound, and that's, you'll lose more than a pound, I guarantee. But so what I want to do is I want to tell you where I went wrong. These lads have given you, what they're going to do for you, and Chloe, sorry. They're going to tell you what they can do for you. They're going to give you all the support you want. They're going to tell you everything you can eat. You should eat, you shouldn't eat. They're going to, you're going to get world class, in my opinion. I'm a bit biased, PT lessons. You're going to be short. You're going to be getting everything. So they're going to actually take you to the water, but you're going to have to drink. And that's the main thing that I took from it all. So then what happened was, after that 1 pound of lean, I carried on, went back to doing my own 20, 30 exercises. And then in January 2023, a year ago gone now, this room was done up and I started doing PT sessions. Tony joined, started taking PT classes. I thought, I'll give it a go. I know people from Lean who are doing it. I'll come in, give it a go, see how it goes. Best thing I've ever done in my life. And in my opinion, what you're about to do is potentially the best thing you could do as well, if you want it, if you stick to it. And it's all here. You just have to follow it. Simple as that. It's no rocket science. It's no keto diet. It's no Atkins. It's none of this bullshit that everyone who I work with are doing now. I'll be honest with you. You go in the office. Oh, I'm doing this. I'm doing that. It's calories, as Lee touched on earlier on. So by the end of last year, I'm probably sick of the sight of me, but I'd done 175 sessions with Tony at the end of last year. Well, with Tony and the rest of the team and PT and things like that. And then I got myself back to feeling that good. I wanted to try something, so I started fell running. I'd done my first fell run at Grasmere in September, which was 16 mile over 3 fells. 3 fells. So, how do we? Yeah. I normally have somebody to do it for us. You do today. Yeah, so I'll just talk about a few bits and pieces over the year, things I'll tell. What's up? I've just fired it. Right. So you've had the official line from the coaches. I'm being asked to do, as I say, a success coach on this one with you, so I'll be able to tell you where I went wrong. Anytime at all, I don't mind. When you WhatsApp me, it's a massive passion of mine now, so anything you ask me at all, I'll be back to you and help you with anything I can. So why did I lose a pound in 6 weeks? So I was coming, as Lee said, I was coming, I was like skipping, I learned to skip. I thought, whoa, this is brilliant, skipping. Cardio, doing all the classes, coming to Metcon, going away from Metcon dripping with sweat. That's the classes that Lee holds downstairs. Brilliant, getting home, feeling great. It was an achievement. You've gone to the gym today. You've been to work, gone to the gym, come home. I was then getting home, Friday night from work. Do you know something? I've had a great week this week. I've absolutely hammered the gym. Stopped at garage in Whitehaven. Not lying to you, I shouldn't have been doing it. 8 cans of Heineken on a Friday night. Smash them 8 cans of Heineken. Wake up Saturday morning, go into Whitehaven, have a greasy breakfast or something because you feel like shit. Carry on going. Come to the night, shite, I've had a shitty breakfast. I might as well have a pizza or a kebab tonight. I bet everyone here's done it at some point, Get the Saturday night, oh, well, that's Saturday night. I might as well wait till Monday now. I'm going to smash the gym again Monday to Friday. Have a big Sunday dinner on the Sunday. Maybe even a Chinese on a Sunday night. And that is an exaggeration. That's honest truth. And that's why I lost a pound. So I was putting in the graft during the week and ruining it at the weekends. And I saw this and it's absolutely right. And I thought that rings a bell with me. So if you look at the mathematics there, if 5 out of 7 is 71%, yeah? So that's a C minus when you turn it into grades. So if you want a C minus out of this 6 weeks, do what I done and just do your 5 out of 7. It's 6 weeks. Don't do 71% for 6 weeks or you lose a pound. That's how I found it. So if you go, yeah.
If you lost a pound, you do 3 hours of training a day.
Yeah.
No one else is going to do that.
No.
So if they do that, they're getting an F.
Yeah, well, absolutely, because I wasn't focused, which I'll come on to. I wasn't doing it right at all. I was just doing, well, I'll show you what I was doing. It was a load of rubbish. But if you go off the rails, don't expect A results. So, do I have to press them?
Just come here and go.
There we are, right. So then in January 2023, the new classes started up here, so I thought I'll give them a go. So I came in, met Tony, said to Tony, why didn't I, what am I doing wrong here? And basically he said to me, everything, didn't you? Everything. You've got the will, you've got the motivation to come to the gym, but you come for 3 hours. You're not eating properly. You're no consistency. We need to get some discipline in. And we started talking about discipline. I was like, discipline, motivation, I don't know the difference. I never thought about the difference that much. So that's when we started talking about honesty. If you're going to be honest with yourself, are you going to come and you're going to put the effort in and you're going to make it worth your while? Or are you going to come along just for ticking a box in your own head that feels like you're going to the gym and you're making progress and you've done that right step? So he said to me, don't come to this class once this week and twice next week, once week after, then 3 times to catch up, then miss a week, then come once. Have that consistency about you. Come and follow that plan. And luckily, the app that the lads have showed you earlier on, that'll give you your set workouts, your days to do it. Just follow it, it's all there for you. That's all I can say, really. Have I done it? Oh, sorry, calories, yeah. Go back to that. You can tell this is the first one I've done, can't you? Yeah, so consistency as well. The big one for me was food. So he said to me, how many calories are you having? And I said, 1,800 a day. And he looked at me and he went, 1,800? I went, yeah. He said, you're not having 1,800 calories a day, are you? I said, I am 1,800 calories I'm having a day. Look, I logged them, showed him my fitness pal. He went, right. Have you had anything else? And I went, maybe I had a large chocolate bar there and packet of crisps. And he was like, well, that's, you're not eating 800 calories, you're kidding yourself. What he said is, I want you to eat 2,200, and he put 400 calories a day on. I was like, are you off your head, didn't I? I think my words to that effect, are you off your head? So I put them up to 2,200 calories. Within a month, weight started dropping off me. I was like, what's this witchcraft there? So like that, but it works, so it fits in. So all I'll say is, stick to your target, use it up, don't starve yourself, use your full amount of calories that they give you. But at the same time, be honest, make sure you do log everything. Don't think that if you, I was kind of under the impression if I didn't log a chocolate bar, then it wouldn't really count. And it doesn't count, but you'll end up losing £1 over 6 weeks if you do. Well, that's if you're doing 3 hours a week, 3 hours a day. So discipline and motivation, I didn't really know what the difference was. We'll work on that, he said. I think he thought I was a bit thick. So the way it comes now is he said, get in the car, come back from work, get in the car and come to the gym. You know, I work different hours to a lot of people. Some of you will be coming in the morning, some of you will be coming at nights. Don't like get on the sofa, put the telly on, look at something you were going to Sky Plus or something. Like I'll go shopping or something, I'll get in from work. I'll go shopping in that hour before I've got to, if I'm not at the gym till 6:30, if my class isn't till 6:30, I won't sit down on the sofa, take my shoes off and put my feet up because I found out it was the worst thing I'd done. I'll go and get some extra steps in. And I'm not saying you have to like do laps of Whitehaven or work it or wherever you're from, but I'd fill that gap with something more productive, like some meal prep or something like that. But I wouldn't sit down, put the telly on, start reading, get on my phone, anything like that. So he said, get in the car. The hardest thing you'll do, the hardest decision you'll do on lean is to go out your front door and get in your car and come here. Yeah. Once you're in your car and you've come here, you've been in this room for a bit, you've done your training, you've gone home, you feel great and you think, why was I even contemplating not doing this? Yeah, and that's your discipline. That's where the discipline comes in. Motivation. Sometimes I've got back from work. We all have shit days at work, don't we? Got back from work thinking, I can't be bothered tonight. And once we got to February, that wasn't anymore. I was like, well, I really can't be bothered tonight, but I've got to. And that's the difference between the discipline and the motivation. I know now I've got to come here. I don't have to now anymore. It's just part of me. You know, it's as natural to me as putting my shoes on in the morning now. But at first it was, you know, I'm knackered. I can't be asked. I can catch up with that on Thursday if I miss tonight. Can't. And I only missed one. Well, I didn't actually. Got to New Year's Eve this year. I went for a walk on the 31st and I got home. I was tired. It was a bit shitty weather, wasn't it? I went round Skiddaw and I got home and I sat down and I went, shit. I had a workout planned in for the 31st. So I had to get my shoes on, get off sofa, which I just said I never do. Get off sofa, come in and I had to do my work in here and go home. Because any other time I'd have thought, oh, hell with it, you know, Christmas, blah, blah, blah. But I've got this mindset now that even though I don't want it at times, I know I've got to if I want to feel better. And, sorry, just move it. And this is things that, when we go into your 6 week, when you go into your 6 weeks with your lean, this is things that I think, I wish I'd done that in lean. I wish I'd done that now. I wish I knew then, after I'd spent the money and put the time and effort in to train with these people and listen to them, I wish that I'd put that effort in at the start of lean. All the stuff that we started doing in PT, I would strongly advise you do now, if you want to get the most from it. And because I believe that you've signed up to Summit here, which is potential to be life-changing. It was life-changing for me. I feel, with no exaggeration, I feel 20 years younger for coming here. And I've drove past it for years, like everyone, like a lot of us do. And it's not, as the lads have said to you, it's not rocket science. Come in, listen to them, do your workouts, get as much as you can from this lad. And Chloe, sorry, now Chloe started. Lee's there supporting as well. Listen to them, follow what you're told, and I guarantee you'll love it. And it got so, that one there, you've put the ingredient of success, that's what I said, listen to everyone. By the end of February, Tony would say to me, it literally got to the point we were jumping, these boxes you're sitting on, we were jumping on them. So he'd literally say to me, jump, and I had that much faith in the system that they'd got, because I'd seen what happens when you listen, eat along your guidelines, follow your app, come to your classes, ask how many questions do I ask normally a week? Ask, and I normally get, well, it depends, because they're shit questions. But so by the end of February, I had that much faith in the, you know, in this, in the way that this PT works, and in the way the nutrition advice that you get works. That literally, I said they could have come in. You could have told me to go out there on the top road and do press ups on the white lines, and I would have by the end of February, because it was working. So all I say is just listen. So trust. Yeah. I can't remember what else I put.
Oh, God, I missed you.
Yeah. that was just along the lines of what I saw that on Instagram, just touching on what Lee said on Instagram as well. I looked at my Instagram account and I must have followed 300 different PTs, and they're all giving you different advice, and they're all saying, my advice, if you're on social media, delete them all. Listen to the people in this room. Forget everyone else on Instagram, what they're trying to sell you and what they're trying to tell you. Listen to these experts you've got here, because they are experts, even though I don't like saying it to some of them. They are experts. So count on your discipline. They'll help you form this discipline. Right, what's here? So there, just to kind of tie it up, Tony and Chloe will lead you to water, but they can't make you drink. You've got to want to do it. You're going to be provided with everything you need to succeed in these 6 weeks. And what are the biggest things for me was I got to fear a loss. I got to the point of 4 to 5 weeks in where I was starting to see progress that I didn't want to go home and smash 8 cans on a Friday night, because he'd say, well, what's the point? What have you done this week? Look, I mean, 47-year-old, never done a pull-up in my life. I'm doing like 18, 19, 20 now. Never done one in 47 years. It was like, well, you're going home, smashing all these cans, eating all that crap at weekend. Why are you coming here 4 or 5 days a week? Why are you getting up at 5:30 in the morning? You know, why aren't you just stopping at home at night? Why are you making that conscious decision to get out of bed? So when it comes to Friday night, remember, oh Christ, I got out of bed at 5 o'clock on Monday morning. Yeah. So these 4 hours of drinking and eating on a Friday night, I'm sacrificing. I could have had an extra hour in bed on Monday, Tuesday morning when it's pitch black and freezing outside, and I'm coming to train. Do you know what I mean? That's the way I looked at it. So just kind of round it up. The days you want to sack it off, everybody did. I just got to the point where, no, I'm going. It was that ingrained, because you're seeing progress, because you're following it. I'm going to the gym regardless of how I feel. I'm going, within reason, obviously. So don't expect to see massive results immediately. The guitar, I was going to talk about the guitar. I seen something on television last week, and I thought that kind of rings with some of the conversations that I had on PT last year. Whereas there was this fella talking about learning to play the guitar, and he said it was like complaining that people were saying it was too hard to do, and he was like, well, yeah, if you pick a guitar up once a week and you try and master it and try and play it, so at the end of 6 weeks, you'll be like playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars, something like that. Do it twice a week. You'll be learning the chords after 6 weeks. Do it 3 or 4 times a week. 6 weeks you'll be playing basic tunes. Carry that on another couple of months. You know, you'll be playing in a group, you'll be playing in a band. He says, keep that going for 18 months and you'll be on the pyramid stage at Glastonbury. And I was like, that's kind of like, I'm not saying to that extent you'll be, but that's the way I feel now. It's just coming into the gym, learning new stuff, because I've been doing it week in, week out, and chipping away. What was the one before? So what did I get from it? All the stuff that I think you can get in lean is that one day led to 1 week, which will lead to 6 weeks for yourselves. And I guarantee most of you, a lot of you will carry on doing it, because it's quite, it's quite infectious, it's quite positive. Well, it's very actually. So 1 month led to 175 sessions, which led to 3 stone weight off. Body fat dropped from 30% to 11%, blood pressure down to normal from sky high, which was, I was told I was very, very high risk for more serious things happening, which I won't dwell on. And it was all because of the lessons that I learned in this room. So this room you're in now, it doesn't seem it at this moment in time, but this is probably the most positive room I've ever been in my life. And I'm not exaggerating. You might think it because of some of the health issues I've had, and the way that this room and this process helped me get over it. It's a dead positive room. Even at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock now, I don't get up early to come. I come at night because I'm a busy person. But at 7 o'clock, Tony touched on earlier, at 7 o'clock, middle of winter, it'll be pissing down, cold outside, it'll be raining, and everyone else in Whitehaven working. 90% of people's diets will have failed by the end of January, and you'll be in here training. They'll be sat at home on the sofa eating biscuits because the keto diet's fell to bits, and you'll be in here having a laugh and a crack and training properly and enjoying it just by listening. There's a lot of people who are quite funny and a bit of crack about them, and Tony will be here as well. I did. We rehearsed that. No, we didn't really. So just to, I think that just sums it up. I saw that, and I just think it's quite a good visual for what you're being offered here now. So it might not look like it that first day when you start on lane 15th. That'll be your one tick. You're not going to go home and be absolutely ripped, you know, and be running 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute kilometres. You're not going to be doing it. And then once you've done your 4 weeks, you look back, you've got all them ticks. Carry on, carry on, carry on, then you're going to have all them ticks. And that's where, what's next? Yeah. You see what I mean? So basically, what I'm saying is don't do what I did on lean. I believe you've made the biggest decision that's going to help you so far, in my opinion, is you've already took it. You've decided to come here. You've decided to sign up. You've decided you want to improve your health like I did. You've come here this morning on a Sunday morning. You know what you're going to do. So the success coaches, which, as I said, I'm fortunate to be asked to join in, which is an absolutely massive privilege for me. So all I'm saying is use us as well. We'll be in a WhatsApp group with you. Ask any question whatsoever. I don't mind if you want to ask me anything at all. You'll see I spend a lot of time walking around supermarkets looking for products containing high levels of protein, but that's about as exciting as my life is at the minute. But we'll share good tips on things we've failed on and things we've succeeded on. I know hundreds of ways to get more steps in. I'm becoming quite a good chef. No. Tips, talking about sleep. Some of the things, first week, Tony said to me, what do you do about sleep? And I said, oh, well, I get 8 hours sleep. So I started tracking it. I say, I go to bed, watch something in bed from 9 o'clock, and I fall asleep watching it. Started tracking my sleep. I'm putting that program on at 9. I'm not asleep till 10:30. So what I done was, this is extreme. I'm not saying you should do it, but I cut the plug off my television in my bedroom. So I'm not saying you should do it, but I get an extra hour's sleep every night. He said, there's 2 things that you should be doing in your bedroom. And I said, well, if I get rid of my telly, that only leaves 1. For me personally, anyway. But all different bits and pieces like this we're going to share with you over the weeks, the next few weeks. And the biggest one is confidence. Have confidence. You do belong in here. I know it's like massively out of your comfort zone walking in here. I can remember when I walked in, you see all these people are all fit, healthy, and you're like, am I really in the right place? I guarantee you are. And I read somebody had written on one of the extreme pages on Facebook that everybody's had a day one, and you think that you think you're a bit self-conscious because you might not be lifting it, or you're lifting lighter than a lot of other people, or you're not doing something properly. Everybody has thought like that, I guarantee you. So people are only going to be here to encourage you, and you do belong here. It's enjoyable, that's the big thing. And just trust the coaches and trust the process, because I believe, as I say, I'm very grateful for what's happened to me since I joined here, but I believe you've got like a world-class setup here to get yourself fitter and healthier. And that's basically what's happened to me over my time here. But just stop me and ask me. You'll see me, if you can catch me, I'm running around gym all the time, but any questions you want to ask me about, if you don't feel comfortable speaking to anyone else in the room about it, you can speak to me at any time. I think that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
That's me.
Like, this is the start. Everybody started somewhere. I think we've asked Kev to speak because it's great learning something from someone like him. You're all saying that before and after. It looks ridiculous. If you didn't know Kev and you're seeing that on social media, you wouldn't believe it. So listening to Kev, it should just give you that motivation to get going. I was going to do blood pressure tests and stuff, but my wife's going to smash my face in, other people's partners. I'll try and catch up with anyone who's sort of a bit concerned about the blood pressure and stuff. I'll catch up. We'll put them in the WhatsApp group tomorrow, and let me know, and I'll catch up with you through the week, and we'll do it separately together, yeah? Anyone who's got your body tracks, weight, and body fat percentage, if you want me to send me that, I can give you a direct thing of how many pounds you've got to lose, so you can tick away and know where you're getting to. Has anybody got any final questions? Been a bit of an epic. Oh, yeah. So you can jump on, if you haven't been on Body Tracks and you want to grab on it, you can go onto the Body Tracks machine, click, I don't know what it's called, like sign up, and it gives you your first one signed up, and then just tell Nick on the desk and he'll put a credit pack on so you can just keep using that whenever you want. If you're using that to weigh yourself to check in, just look at your weight. Don't look at your body fat percentage, your muscle mass and your water, everything every week, because you'll have a meltdown, because your muscle will go up the more hydrated you are. One day you might be really hydrated and you get on and it's like, I gained 6 pounds of muscle in a week. You haven't. You're more hydrated, you're healthier. Then if you're dehydrated, you've been on the drink the night before and you get on, you're going to have a meltdown because you lost 12 pounds of muscle, yeah? So muscle and fat, do it at the start and after the 6 weeks, and just use it as a weight, yeah? Awesome. Thank you very much for your time, everybody.